Hello my beautiful giants, I am kind of back. I'm not sure, I owe you an apology and a lot of explanation. I will do that in this video. And today I want to talk to you about a topic that made me start all of this, all the filming ever in the first place. So bear with me, I have some talking to do. The whole reason why I started YouTube in the first place was because I wanted to share my story about my skin issues. I know nothing of that appeared on my channel, but in the long term I wanted to do that. Like, I wanted to give something back to the people who have helped me with their videos to combat my skin problems. And what I'm talking about is redness, rosacea, extreme irritation, something that is now being here and there called status cosmeticus, where I would not even be able to put on water on my face without having a huge irritation appear. And this has been going on for years, and through this whole time I've tried a lot. And YouTube helped me so much. Like, some things worked for me, some things didn't. But just to have the community, the support, and knowing that I'm not alone with that skin issue was amazing. And I always thought, if I ever get to the point where I have my skin under control, I will share my story too. So a couple of you have been following me when I started this channel, mainly vlogging. I think like my first video was a proper sit-down video about how to feel good on a bad day, but I've been vlogging a little bit afterwards, and then I was about to kind of reset my channel, restart the whole thing with more purpose, and I never did. And I'm very sorry about that, but I want to be honest. So much happened. 2015 and especially 16 have been the craziest, hardest years for me in my whole life. This video might be really long, sorry, the cold. So if you're interested in anything about redness, irritation, rosacea of any kind, then get a coffee, get a tea. I have some suggestions and also a long story about what worked and what didn't. So I hope I really have something good in here for you, and I hope that your skin gets better, because I definitely know the struggle of having really bad skin and this feeling of like feeling your face constantly. So if you're interested in any of this, keep on watching. Alright, so let's get into this. My issue started, I think, 3 years ago, and it started slowly. It became a thing where I would get out of the shower, and if I was really stressed, then I would have those red patches around my nose that would then disappear. And mind you, when I was young, my skin was quite decent. Like, I never had really big problems. I always had hormonal breakouts on my chin. I still have a scarring from that, but that's tiny compared to everything that followed. My mom has amazing skin. Like, she's 65 and her skin just now started, like, you know, to look like she's aging. But before that, she always looked younger than her age. When the irritation started, it worked from the small patches that went away after like half an hour, after the shower, after a hot shower. It developed into something that would not get away anytime. And I started to notice that more and more patches on my face remained really red under my makeup throughout the day. And then slowly, over months and months and months, my skin became really red, and really, like, I got like this kind of butterfly thing on my face, red, aggravated, bumpy skin. And back then I went to a dermatologist, and he told me, yeah, you have acne. And that was really weird, and I was really confused about that. And he prescribed me stuff, and I used it, and my skin got even worse. And I was like, oh my god, it's not acne. Like, I can see the difference. It's not like those bumps that I had on my face. They never erupted and never became a whitehead or a blackhead. It was just red all the time. And you know, the worst thing of all was the itchy and burning sensation that I had on my face constantly. So whenever I would even apply makeup, even if it wasn't visible for the person standing in front of me, that is super bad, they would still see the uneven texture of my skin, and then I would always feel my face. And trust me, when I sorry, my throat is like all over the place. whenever I see someone or hear the story that someone has a rosacea, or like those kind of problems, I feel you guys, because it's so ridiculous to feel your face all the time. Like, I would never pass a surface, like a mirroring surface, like a window or something, without like quickly checking. And it sounds superficial, but like, I swear, the second the makeup would rub off on those spots, like here, underneath it would be bright magenta red, like pink and purple. It would be so noticeable. It was so ridiculous. And if people ever saw me without makeup, they would be like, what is up with your skin? Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly film right now because, as you can see, my skin is breaking out like crazy. It's like, it's everywhere. It's here, it's here, it's all over the place, and I wanted to film it. It took a toll on my self-confidence, on my yeah, overall mental health, really. That sounds really dramatic with that voice. Oh, it was bad though. It was really bad. I was super depressed. I would cry a lot, and always hide my face. It got to a point where I started to feel like I'm ashamed of my skin. Like, I'm ashamed of, like, when people would look at me for too long, I would feel really ashamed for my face. And that's the worst thing that can happen to anyone, really, like regarding skin, obviously. So yeah, that was going on, and my mom and everyone around me was like really worried, and they saw what an effect it had on me. And I threw all my money on this. Like, I tried literally everything I could get my hands on. I would order stuff even from China. I would like buy all the creams, all the stuff, and nothing seemed to be working. And all those lines from the pharmacy, the French lines for red skin, irritated skin, nothing worked on me, and it wouldn't go away. I got myself tested for any food allergies. They couldn't find anything. The first thing, of course, that I found out was rosacea. Rosacea affects usually that part of the face that I was affected in. It was like a butterfly here, and it can like also appear on your nose and on your chin. And it has stages, and when it gets to like the bumpy stage, that's a dangerous one, because from there it could get into like cell overgrowth and stuff. Like, this is what you see on older people sometimes when they have like those really bumpy noses, like red, irritated. Like, it happens in all ages, but tends to happen more to people who are a little bit older. That's rosacea basically, and there is not so much people say you can do. Many doctors say it's not possible to heal that, even though I don't agree. And it has causes, and no one can really pinpoint it because the causes are very different from person to person. Now, my symptoms are very similar to rosacea, but many of my remedies do not apply to what is usually known as, you know, like suitable for rosacea patients. So into solutions we'll get after this. So rosacea was my first approach. Sometimes the cause for rosacea can be something called demodex, and that's basically it's mites. Ugh, disgusting, but just bear with me. It's mites that live in your skin naturally. Like all the time, but sometimes if your skin barrier gets weakened by whatever, those mites can get deeper into the skin and cause even more irritation, and some link it to rosacea. I got even tested for that. What they did is they actually ripped out some lashes, which was disgusting, and checked for the mites. Nothing there, so no allergies, no demodex, just this really red irritated skin, and no matter what I would put on top of it, it would just freak the hell out. Stress was a huge one. Whenever I get scared or stressed, which I was a lot during that time, it would get really bad. So before I keep going on about everything that I've tried, I'm sure you have your story about that as well. Let me start giving you my remedies. First and foremost, lower your stress. I tried to like stop myself in the tracks whenever I was getting really stressed, and try to move a little more. Just all the things that I told you in my how to feel, how to look good on a bad day video. I try to calm my head all the time so that the stress doesn't, doesn't become this tight feeling in the stomach, because this is where the stress on your face starts, like the appearance of stress on your face. So that's one thing. Find whatever way helps you to reduce your stress. Second, diet. Now, by any means, I am not a doctor. I have no education in that area other than my own, the things that I found out and tried out over the past years. So most of the things that people like on the internet and in books and stuff suggest didn't work for me. I really truly believe that everybody functions in a particular way, and it has to do with your genetics, it has to do with what you grew up with, it has to do with how your body functions best, and you have to listen to it. You have to learn to listen to your body. It's really crucial in this process. Many people say coffee is really bad for rosacea. It is not for me. So what I would do, like what I realized is, if like I'm not a morning person in general, so eating in the morning would be really upsetting for my stomach. And stomach health is, or your guts actually are linked to your skin by various practitioners nowadays. When my system is functioning properly, the rosacea or the redness is less. Not eat in the morning, have coffee, 1 or 2 cups, not more than that, and then a couple of hours later I would start with my breakfast, because that's my natural rhythm. And my mom's actually the same. Like, it's not about restricting or anything, it's just when I get hungry. And in the morning I usually crave like a hot beverage and not food, and my stomach needs some time to, get going. I'm not going into details there, but just, that's what it is. For me, it is best not to eat too often, but eat like enough calories, of course. And I really, like, my body loves carbs, like, I mean natural carbs, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, all the leafy greens and all this kind of stuff. I love that. Also helps a lot to eat foods that aren't for me, to eat one group of food at a time, not too much mixed together. I'm telling you all of this just because you have to learn and to figure out like what your body naturally needs, and that might take a while, and you might have to let go of some bad habits, but you have to listen to whatever that is. I truly believe that those 2 things affect your skin a lot, like your mental health and your diet. So I started to try things more led by my intuition, and it led me to the things I'm going to discuss with you right now. First and foremost, cleansing. I cannot stress enough how important it is for a rosacea sufferer to get the right cleanser, because our skin barrier is so disturbed that anything that strips it down even more causes more and more irritation, and it's just a it's a never-ending circle. Try to find a cleanser that really works for you. Working meaning your skin is not irritated or overly tight after you use it. Pay attention to ingredients. Most of the cleansers out there, and I'm talking drugstore and high-end, are tremendously irritating. The thing that made the biggest difference for me, like the unbelievable difference, is something that every rosacea doctor would tell you not to use. Something that has oils in it, something that has, lots of that stuff that usually no rosacea patient should get near of. And sorry for the gunky bottle, but Dr. Bronner's. To some of you it won't come as a surprise, but to me it was a huge thing. As you can see, this is almost empty. I need to get a new one, and I'm intending to get the baby one. This is the rose one. I got my mom, who was using soap for the main part of her life, I got my mom hooked on this stuff as well. You can use this for your face, for your shower routine, for your hair, for shaving, even as a tooth paste, and you can shower, you can bathe in this as well. I only use this for my face because on my body it just doesn't feel as nice, but for my face, 5 drops, that's all I need. applied to wet skin with my makeup on, done twice. It's gonna get all the makeup off. I can use it on my eyes without having any irritation. It's amazing. My skin afterwards is calm. It's really calm. Like, I swear to God, guys, if this doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, but give it a try, especially the baby one, because I think this is even like without any scents or anything, so try that. When I started using this, after about a week, I noticed that irritation started to calm down more and more and more and more. And I will insert a video or a photo of me without makeup, because right now I'm obviously wearing some. Dr. Bronner's, get it. Alright, so next thing up is masks. And I only have two things I can recommend, and I've been trying a lot of calming masks by Aven, by La Roche-Posay, by all those things, and nothing worked. What really works well for me is Tony Moly. This one is the moisturizing one. It's not the best one. The best one for me is the nutrition one. After using that, like, my skin looks fine, you know. It just it tends to be very dehydrated because I cannot use proper creams or anti-aging or anything on it, and it looks sometimes quite tired. So Tony Moly works fine for people with sensitive skin and even rosacea, in my experience, so give it a try. It makes your skin calm down a lot. This one is with aloe, and just apply it. It's one of those sheet ones. You apply it for 20 to 30 minutes and just leave residue on. That's my, you know, like, go-to when I want a sheet mask. However, the best thing I have ever tried on my irritated skin by far is the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask. My Siri just went off. It is incredible, guys. Now, we don't have Sephora in Germany, so I got this when I was in Spain at Sephora in a trio of like 3 different masks, and this was by far my favorite of all of them, but also the favorite of all times, because nothing cools my face down as this one. I'm gonna read you. It says, refreshing, cooling, moisturizing, calming gel helps soothe dry, irritated skin with extracts of cucumber, papaya, chamomile, pineapple, sugar, maple, sugarcane, orange, lemon, bilberry, aloe for all skin types. Now, don't be irritated by lemon and orange. I am super sensitive to any citrus things in my facial care, so this still works. Amazing gel mask. You apply it on your face after you washed it for 10 minutes, and it's gonna calm your irritation so much. I'm so grateful. We cleansed our face and we we put on a mask. So now it's time for moisturizing. The Dr. Wild for Origins Mega Mushroom line, and this one is their Mega Mushroom Skin Relief Soothing Face Lotion. Even though it's sometimes not rich enough for my face for the dry patches, this is still an amazing moisturizer. It's empty now, as you can see. I'm yet to get a new one. This is quite expensive. I think in Germany this is about 75 euro, and I just cannot afford this. And the reason that I cannot afford this right now led me to actually the best solution so far, which I'm very grateful for, even though I will be repurchasing this one, especially for the summer months. It's also great for traveling because it has a pump. So I ran out of this. I tried to use other moisturizers that I purchased before and that didn't work for me before, and I figured, you know, my irritation has gone down now so much, I can definitely use the other ones. Nope, don't even try. If something doesn't work for you, it probably won't, maybe unless your skin is really healed, which is, I don't know, I haven't achieved it quite yet, but maybe it's possible. But still, every chemical that irritated your skin before might be irritating it again. So stick to things that make your skin feel better, and please don't believe this stuff of like my skin is purging or it's getting used to it. It might be true for people who have normal skin and they get used to like retinols and all this kind of stuff, but for rosacea skin or for irritation in general, if your face reacts to it, it's not good for it right now. So don't punish your face by putting it on over and over again. I ran out of this and I had to moisturize my face with something, that wasn't irritating it, and by accident I came across the video by Renee from Gothamista. I'm gonna link it below, about oils. And this girl is amazing. Like, I binge watched all her videos. She's fantastic. But this one in particular rang a bell with me. And now I know all the people who know what they're talking about will shout at their screens right now, because the number one thing that everyone tells you is do not use oil on your face if you have rosacea. Now, I know, and I heard that, and I listened to that for a while, but I also heard many stories of people with acne clearing their skin up, calming their skin down. I heard of people with, like, you know, proper problems on their skin healed with the proper oil. And even though I wouldn't say my skin condition is healed entirely, I have to tell you, using oil was the best thing that could happen to me. And I had tried it before, and I think I tried coconut, which was a disaster. Don't do it. Most of coconut oil will not work on your face because it tends to clog pores. Jojoba is supposed to work, but it didn't for me. And then, watching Gothamista's or Renee's video on oils, I discovered that for my skin type there is a thing called grapeseed oil. I was in Ukraine visiting my family, and they have a huge thing for natural oils and all this kind of stuff in their drugstores. So I went there and I got myself a bottle of 100% grapeseed oil. Now, I know you cannot get this anywhere in Europe, I don't think, but I don't think it matters which brand this is by. This is, if you live in the Ukraine or anywhere near, this is by a brand called Aromatica. It's just a proper grapeseed oil, and this stuff has been amazing. Give it a try. It worked wonders on my skin, and what I do is after I cleanse my face, I would like pat it a little bit so it's still a bit wet. I put 4 to 5 drops of this in the palm of my hand, and I add to that, and that you can get everywhere, and I add to that 2 drops of this, which is the Rosehip Bioregenerate oil. Don't overdo it though. Anything that is kind of like regenerating, anti-aging, or anything on our faces, if you have rosacea or redness, can be irritating, so I cannot use this alone, and I cannot use too much of it. But if I mix 2 drops of this into 4 or 5 drops of this in the palm of my hand, and I rub it together and then, like, you know, push it onto my face, it's amazing. And it works particularly well at night. And I know that because usually when there is a drastic difference, other people will notice. And it happened to me twice that people noticed that my skin was much better, one of them being my mom. Yeah, don't be afraid of oils, that's my suggestion. I mean, it might be that it won't work, but it's, you know, suffering from this kind of thing, it's worth a try. So maybe there is an oil that will work for you, as these 2 work for me. If these work, or any variation of this, or if you have suggestions about oils in particular, please leave them down below. Also, moisturizers, like, I tried a lot, guys, so I'm very picky, but if you definitely suffer from rosacea and have found a remedy, I mean, please share it with us. We're like sufferers. You see my face right now, and it's not, I don't think, showing any signs of redness or irritation. And it's not irritated because I don't feel it. Like, I don't feel my face right now, which is in a good way. Like, I don't think about it. Of course I feel it, but I don't think about it because it's pretty calm. Like, if I take my makeup off, I will insert a picture. You will still see like a few red places, and I have a lot of scarring on my chin from all the irritation, and I have like perioral dermatitis leftovers and all this kind of stuff. So it's not ideal, but I'm so grateful for the state it is in right now. And what also helps is covering the little blemishes that you still have, and that's my next point. Of course, we don't want to walk around with all this irritation happening on our face. Now, I have a couple of suggestions for you guys. There are days where you want to have a full coverage, and also if the irritation is very active, you need more coverage. And it's also what what I needed today, because I'm filming, so I wanted to cover, you know, my face properly and make myself look fine and presentable. So there are 2 things that I would recommend to you. The first one, and this has been all over the place, and for a good reason, is the Dermablend, Vichy Dermablend line. Now this stuff can cover up like tattoos. It's really amazing. The Dermablend fluid corrective foundation for 16 hours is perfect for reactive skin. It's amazing, and it's super full coverage. Like if you put it on a blemish, it's gonna disappear. Like it really works. It is heavy, just keep that in mind, and I highly recommend you not to put this all over your face. So we tend, when we have irritation on our skin, to treat all the skin on our faces the same, which is ridiculous because the skin around here is probably fine. Like I'm sure even if you have the worst rosacea, you have patches of skin on your face that are amazing, that are as they used to be. So don't cover those up. That would be a shame. So use something thinner underneath to, you know, give yourself like an overall balanced look, and then put this on a little brush and just, or I will give you a tip about that as well, just put this in areas that are the most inflamed and that you want to be covered, and you blend them into your skin perfectly, and then this is enough. You don't have to put a heavy foundation all over your skin. These work well. I tend to apply my makeup not with a beauty blender. I don't know what it is, but it's not working with my skin right now. I used to use the beauty blender all the time a couple of years ago, but right now it's not working. So what I went back to in my attempt to go back to the good old times is one of those sponges. This has makeup on it, it's disgusting, but one of those normal drugstore sponges that you can buy in bulk. And this is great for makeup, for fluid foundation, and for powder as well as concealer. I actually apply everything with those sponges, and I will get to the concealers in a bit. But you can basically like apply the foundation and then pat it in really carefully into your skin with one of those things. I swear to God, I don't know why it works, but it works perfect on rosacea. For the rest of my face, when I want a full face of makeup, I'm using this foundation. I don't know how long I've been using this. This has been probably 7 years. I have this foundation, and this is the LANCOME Teint Miracle Fond de Teint Bare Skin Foundation Natural Light Creator with SPF 15. Now this is fantastic. It's slightly too luminous for when you have, like, you know, the whole thing flaring up, but you can always tone this down with powder. This does not irritate my skin. None of the things I've shown you does irritate my skin, and I've tried other things, and trust me, I have a drawer full of foundations of any kind, but this has been a staple for ages. It's a decent coverage. You can build it up to full coverage. It's very natural. I mix two colors. My color is for summer, and when I'm a little bit tan is 01. And I got this because I needed like throughout the whole year. And then in winter I mix in the 005, which you can only get at like well-stocked retailers. It's really light. And then I mix those two in a ratio 1:1, so 1 drop of this, 1 drop of the lighter one. I mix it together, put it on my face, and I buff it all in with my little sponge. That works perfectly. This is gonna be ridiculous, and I promise you guys, I didn't purchase this myself. It was a gift to me, and it is insanely expensive. It's the most expensive thing I think you can get out there in regards to makeup. And it's not a makeup, the Cellular Swiss Ice Crystal Transforming Cream by PRAIRIE. This is like all-in-one product. It has an SPF of 30, protects your skin from the sun, which is super important if you have irritation or rosacea. I just hit myself in the chin. So you have to wear protection, but it's very often the case that we don't, like my skin doesn't agree with a lot of sun protectants. So this works perfectly. It has a tint to it. I have the color Nude. It's 20. And this adapts to your skin color as well. And this is unbelievable for days where you don't have to wear like a full-on face but want to cover your redness and just look like you have nothing on and your skin doesn't have any bad conditions at all. It's ridiculous. You can layer it up. It comes with a little brush that I don't have here right now. If you apply it with your fingers, the coverage is higher. There have been some reviews on YouTube, so you can go and check those out. It is incredible. Even for someone without a condition, this is the perfect everyday makeup. But for someone with rosacea, I don't know what is in it, is absolutely stunning. Now this retails for about 175 euros in Germany, which is bizarre. Like, I cannot afford by any means to buy this cream, but as I said, this was gifted to me. Where you have the really bad redness, you can always go over with Dermablend heavy duty foundation, or of course, perfect segue, use a concealer. The thing with concealers, if you have rosacea or redness or anything of that kind, is some tend to irritate our skin. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot use, for example, the Naked Concealer by Urban Decay, which everyone raves about. I cannot use it. Same with Age Eraser by Maybelline. Everyone loves it. I want to use it so much, but I can't. It irritates my skin. I don't know what is in there. Might be silicones, actually. If there was another, oh yeah, Double Wear, the foundation and the concealer, amazing coverage, amazing foundation, amazing concealer. Can't use those, it's just too much. There are concealers though on the market that do not irritate my skin. The first one being the trustworthy weapon of everyone on YouTube, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the color medium 1 custard. It's a slightly wee bit too dark for under my eyes. It's good for blemishes, but under my eyes this is too dark. But the vanilla one is too light, and I'm yet to try the ones in between. This one will not irritate your skin. It can be a bit heavy, so you have to blend it carefully. By the way, whatever you're getting, never ever let yourself get matched up to a pink toned foundation, please. Like, if you have redness in your face which is caused by irritation, combat it with yellow toned foundation, yellow toned concealers, because everything else will actually underline, like, will actually emphasize your redness. And I made this mistake, and I learned this the hard way, because people usually matched me to a pink tone foundation, but my skin on my body, as you can see, is a yellow tone, and I also tan in a yellow way, so that's my basic skin tone. And even though I'm very pale, it's a more yellow tone complexion, and people would match me up with pink tone all the time, and that would make my irritations look ridiculous. So get this in a yellow tone as well. The second one is a newer one, and I also got this at Sephora when I was in Spain, and this is the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer by Too Faced. Unfortunately, I only got myself this in light medium, which is my summer color, not my winter skin color. That was really stupid of me. I should have gotten both. But the concealer itself is amazing. The texture is more fluid and soft than this one, and it just still has great coverage. It's perfect. Like, you can put it underneath your eyes, you can put it on blemishes, even though I prefer for the Radiant Creamy Concealer for the blemishes because it's slightly more dry. But this one is just so natural and wonderful overall. Pat it in with my fingers, then use the sponge to blend it in, some powder on top. Perfect. This works. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think this might be it. I'm sure that afterwards I will probably remember what I didn't tell you about, and maybe I will have to film something afterwards. I'm sure this video is like 5 hours long and I'm sorry. I really hope it works for you guys. Like, this saved my my skin for now. It's not perfect, and I will keep figuring it out, and maybe there's going to be an update on this. However, this was the only, like, this video was the only purpose I started filming in the first place, so I'm not sure if I will continue after this, unless you really like me to. I'm not sure where this is going, but however, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate that, and leave me in the comments below if you want to hear or see more of me or my life, and if you have any questions about anything of what I've been mentioning in this video, I will definitely read through all the comments and help you where I can. I hope anything of this works, and I hope your skin gets better very soon. It will get better. It just needs the proper approach. I truly believe that our cell turnover is so fast that our skin is capable of changing. We have amazing bodies on our hands, like amazing bodies. So our skin can change, and our whole condition can change and heal. Our bodies are just cool like that. So I send you all my love and wish you all the best, and that all this goes away and you feel wonderful and beautiful and like a giant. And I hope I helped. I will stop rambling on. Have a wonderful day. I might see you soon. Who knows? Bye.